I also need a prep off camera. Okay, let's talk games. As long as the Nintendo Switch has been out and as old as the console is, I'm only really getting into appreciating the games that are on the system. I've had this particular console, this Switch is one of the first ones to come out. This one I picked up at a furniture store because I couldn't find it at Best Buy or any other place. I ended up picking this up at RC Willey. We've had this Switch for, definitely got it, I think like the Christmas that it came out. So what, 7-8 years ago is when I picked this one up. But I've only recently started collecting games for it and hunting for games for it. I have a ton of PlayStation games. Find those all the time. There's something special about finding a Switch game in the wild because it's so rare for me to find one, whether it be at a yard sale or a pawn shop. It doesn't happen very often. Now, fun fact about that, while it doesn't happen very often, the very first game that I found while hunting for video games at a yard sale was a Switch game, Super Mario Odyssey. Shout out to the Retro World and that YouTube channel. I was watching that one day and I said, there's no way this guy is finding these games for this cheap. This is all BS. But didn't believe it, but I still went out there and one weekend, I said, let me go find a game. This is before I started taking the GoPro with me to record anything. This might have been the second stop that I made, and somebody had this game on the table. I asked them how much they wanted for it, and they said $5. And after that, I've been hunting for games ever since then. And I don't think it's ever going to stop at this point. But this was the first game that I found at a yard sale. So as I say, it's rare to find Switch games. I started out with this one. It's been a little difficult since then, but this is the one that kind of set off the whole collecting and finding this stuff for cheap. This is the culprit. Let's take a look at the rest of the collection. Are we really gonna go through these games one by one? There's like 60 of them. All right, let's do it. Ukulele and the Impossible Layer. I have no desire to play this, but I also have no desire to get rid of it. It is a part of the collection and will stay there for quite some time. This is one I found, I do believe it was at the pawn shop. Most of these games are either found at the pawn shop, and if they weren't, I'll let you know, but it's either GameStop or pawn shop, and this is a pawn shop one. This is a platformer that I hear good things about, but again, no desire to play it, just something I want to hold on to for a while. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. This was a pawn shop find. This along with a couple other games. Let me find them real quick. The same pawn shop pickup, I was able to find Skyrim and Metroid Dread. But we sold Metroid Dread. We have the big box Metroid Dread, so we went on ahead and got rid of the smaller one. I don't remember what I paid, but Metroid Dread covered, I think, like maybe half of it. So if I paid 60, Dread, I sold for 30 or something like that. But these are games that I have on the PS4, and just knowing what I know about these games, I don't know if I would ever play them on the Switch. I think these are more of a game that I would play on the PlayStation. But nevertheless, I'm gonna keep them and have them as a part of the collection. There's something about collecting Switch games, man. These little red binders are just so damn enjoyable. Here we have Undertale for the Switch. They're all for the Switch. Every game I'm showing you is for the Switch. I'm not gonna say it's for the Switch anymore. The friendly RPG where nobody has to die. I have no plans to play through this. I have played about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. I don't know if I'm gonna complete it. I just know that I wanted this to be a part of my collection, and I got it for a really good price on Mercari. With credits and things, I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't come out of pocket at all after sales and stuff like that. This one includes a nice little book. I'm still not gonna crease that up, so if you don't know what it looks like, you won't be seeing it here. Super Mario RPG. Nintendo will never run out of games to remake. Now there's what, the Paper Mario and 1,000 Year Door. That one is definitely getting added to the list. Another game to pick up that I won't play anytime soon. This one I picked up knowing that it would take me a long time to get to it. But again, it was for a good price, and that's really what it's about with this game hunting. I try to play as many as I can, and as I go through these, I'll tell you which ones I've tried out and the ones that I haven't. Here's one, I guess you would call this a staple, right? If you don't have this, it's not really a collection if you're talking about Switch games. That's not true. People say that stupid shit all the time. Your collection is your collection. Whatever is in it is in it. And if it means something to you, then shit. It's a definitive collection, my guy or girl, or however you identify. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Switch. I said it again, for the Switch. All of these are for the Switch. This is a game with way too many characters. And this was the reality check game for me. Button has beat me in this game too many times to keep track of. Like I don't have the reflexes or something, but I can't play this game for the life of me. I get my ass handed to me every time. You know, when that new Switch comes out, there's gonna be another Smash Bros. There's gonna be another Mario game. There's gonna be a remake of Mario games. Certain games you just have to have. I think this is one of those games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is also part of the collection. I don't have it up here. Button has that one. Zelda Breath of the Wild is downloaded on the console. Don't have Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't plan on picking it up, honestly. It'd be one of those things, once I find it in the wild, then I'll get it then. But as far as paying retail for it, we're not doing that. Not for Zelda, or not for a lot of these games. Any of these games. I can't even remember the last time I paid retail. Not having Mario Kart reminded me there's some other games here that we have inside this case that do not have cases. These are games that we picked up at the pawn shop for the most part. I know you're not going to see these, so I'm not even going to really try that hard. I'll let you know what they are. There's this Ryan Racer. I think that's a YouTuber, some kid that plays with toys, or used to play with toys. I don't know. Anyway. Kings of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, Hello Neighbor, Vampire, however you pronounce that. Ghostbusters, the video game. Balan Wonderland. It's not Wonderland. Balan Wonderworld, and Victor Vran. Victor Vran I played for a minute, and I like that one. That's a good one. If you haven't played that one, check that one out. I think he's some sort of, like a top-down shooter. Might have been vampire related. I can't remember the detail, but I did enjoy that one. Kings of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. I put in some good hours on this game. Another one that we have on the Switch and the PS4, but I've played it on just the Switch. I've not played on the PS4, and I really enjoyed the story. Combat is smooth. The only thing that got me and kind of took me out of it, and I'm sure it's because it's the Switch, it's an old console, those load times. Anytime I had to move from one space to another, those load times just took a little bit too long for me. So stepped away from it and I haven't stepped back to it. But if you have not played Kings of Amalur: Re-Reckoning and you have the opportunity to, I suggest you do so. I grabbed all the Mario off the shelf just to show you these real quick. Super Mario Party. This is Bean's favorite game. She always wants to grab a controller and be Princess Peach. It started out with us just watching it on YouTube and her holding the controller to her actually playing the game. I was wondering what was one of the last games I picked up for retail price, and this is probably it. This, along with Spider-Man 2, I picked these up right around the same time. Super Mario Wonder. We played through this, all of it. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's some stuff on here that I haven't seen, but whatever the main story is for this, we completed that. And had a really good time with this game. Picked this one up back in October of last year. I remember that because this was a birthday gift to myself. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. And those Wonder Pellets changed the game, make everything really crazy, really wild. They somehow found a way, for me anyway, because a lot of the Mario games, like Odyssey, all of them were were 3D. You know, this was more platforming, more linear, and somehow they made something old and nostalgic feel new. And I really appreciated that about this game. This game had to have been a pawn shop pickup. Street Outlaws The List. I have not played this game and I don't have any desire to play it. I pay a lot more attention to the developers now. And so often when I have a meal game, and man, I'm sorry if this feels like or sounds like a shot at the developer, the games are not great. This game will likely be some sort of trade bait or something, because I can't see myself ever really playing this game, and I don't think it's going to be on the shelf forever. But we'll see what happens with this one. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't even know what else is here, bro. All right. Splatoon 2. We also have Splatoon 3, but Button has that one. Going through these games is actually triggering a lot of memories. A lot of like, oh yeah, I have this other game too. While I'm thinking about it, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's another one that Button has. We've been playing Splatoon for a long time. Dang, man, this is fun. I'm glad I did this. We've been playing Splatoon since the Wii U. It might even be. Is it here? Hold on a second. This out the way. All right. Yeah, there it is. We've been playing Splatoon since the Wii U. So we have Splatoon, Splatoon 2, and Button has Splatoon 3. Next, we have a bunch of Sonic games. Sonic Superstars, Sonic Mania, and Sonic Forces. I think Sonic Mania and Sonic Superstars may have both been GameStop pickups. Sonic Forces was definitely a pawn shop pickup, and I know that because of the trusty pawn shop sticker on the back. Skullgirls Second Encore. You've got to play this game. If you're into fighters and you're looking for a new fighter on the Switch, I strongly suggest Skullgirls Second Encore. This shit is fun. Risen. This was a GameStop pickup. I'm almost certain that this was a part of a like buy two, get one, and this was the one. So it was a free game. And I don't know when I'm gonna play this, if ever. Much like what was the name of that game? Street Outlaws. This will end up being traded or something. We'll package those together and hopefully come up with enough to get a game that we actually want versus these two that I don't give a shit about. Here's one that I have not played, but is every time I go through this, I'm thinking, what should I play? This one is edging to the top of the list. And I say that because I've been playing a lot more RPGs lately. I'm currently playing an RPG, and I'll get to that later. So I want to shift and play something that's not an RPG, but at some point I'm going to go right back to playing an RPG, and I'm rambling to tell you that I have Rhapsody, Moral Kingdom Chronicles. This one includes a mini art book, and yo, these animators are wild, bro. They are wild. 2 games on here, Rhapsody 2, Rhapsody 3. It's always nice to get a game that has more games on it, and you'll see that's kind of like a running theme with a lot of games I pick up. It's like more bang for your buck sort of thing, but this has 2 games, and at some point we'll play Rhapsody Moral Kingdom Chronicles. And not for the artwork, or maybe for the artwork, but not this artwork. The game artwork. Mother Tormented Fathers. I spoke about this one recently, and bro, this game is just not for me. So it does sell pretty well though, for about 30 bucks. We'll hold on to it for a little bit and we'll find something to do. But Remothered, Risen, and Street Outlaws, those 3, those will probably be traded off, man, because I just can't get with this. I tried. I tried. I gave it a whole 15 minutes. I gave it a solid 15, and it was just was not it at all, man. Rayman Legends. Oh wait, is this might be another one. Let me check over here. Going to the PlayStation, so excuse me. Okay. So here we have a beat up copy from the PS4 that came from Zia. This is Rayman Legends, but here we have Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. Very, very clean. Look, I mean, this is no shot at PlayStation, because I love my PlayStation, but there's something about this case. Is it the minimalist, maybe? Just less is more sort of thing? Look at this old Switch, bro. Look at this old Switch. Look at this thing, man. This is the first joint, bro. Like, this is the first one. And it's still pretty. Still clean. A lot of people are upset behind the new one not having OLED. I have yet to pick up an OLED Switch, so I'm unbothered. Party Arcade. I'm sure we got this for dirt cheap at the pawn shop, because otherwise I wouldn't have picked it up. This is a collection of popular party games. Popular party games set in an immersive arcade environment with multiplayer support for 1 to 4 players on local networks or online. Collect over 60 pieces of unique equipment to use during matches and claim your place on the global leaderboards by getting a high score. The games include air hockey, ping pong, puck bowling, hoop shot, skill ball, billiards, darts, cornhole, cup pong, and more. I have never played this game, but you know what? This might be one of those that I throw on the next time we're having a little get together. So often I put on Mario Party, but maybe Party Arcade is the way to go. At least until I get Wii Sports for the Switch. From Hello Games, No Man's Sky. Another one that we also have on the PS4. Now, I have played it on the PS4, but not on the Switch. Here's something else that's really interesting. I'm grabbing my phone, and I'm going to check price charting on these games. Okay, No Man's Sky on the PS4, $13.47 complete. 1 sale per day. Not bad at all. Now let's check No Man's Sky on the Switch. No Man's Sky on the Switch goes for 25 bucks. This is, I don't even understand it. It just makes more sense, man. It's portable. Yes, they have the, what is it called? PlayStation Portal now, whatever that is, and it looks nice. It's beautiful, but I can't take off a Joy-Con and pass it to anybody. Oh, this one looks beat up. Where did I find this game? Huh, I wonder. This had to have been a yard sale, because there's no way that I would have let my game look like this had it been mine and only mine. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I haven't played this. I'm not even sure where this came from. This case looks beat up. I don't even know where this game came from. I'm gonna have to do some research, but it's in the collection. What is this? You know, Mario games I can't even get rid of, but I'm just very curious. $30. Nice. We even have a sports title. NBA 2K21. Dame Lillard. I only kept this because it's a cold picture of Dame Dollar. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this one. Don't have any intention on playing it. I mean, it's like 4 years old at this point. But that's a cold picture. And I'm starting to pick up more sports games because I don't play them. So I'll wait years to get them just so I can have the cover. And, you know, some of these athletes are on the way out, man. We got to think about it. 2Ks with the LeBron and KD and James Harden and Paul George and Kyrie. Them dudes is getting old, bro. So I'm picking up more of these just for that point. My Hero 1's Justice. I can promise you this was a pawn shop pickup. Is this a fighter? Oh yeah, Fight for Your Justice. I can't even say that I know anything about My Hero. But I can't even tell you this is a good looking game. Some very generic screenshots they have on here. Mortal Kombat 11. Now you know we had this on the PS4, which means we have to check the difference. Let's see. Where you at, MK11? I see you. Come here, my friend. All right. MK11 on the PS4. $11. MK11 on the Switch, 15. Not by much, but $4 is $4. Man, this again, going through these games. I'm gonna start a nice little pile of games that I want to trade because I have no intention on playing Monster Jam Steel Titans. Somebody might, but I don't. Now I will say, these trucks, everybody knows Bigfoot, but yeah, that was the G right there, Gravedigger. That's the only truck I know, or trucks, Bigfoot and Gravedigger. What are you going for? $18. Yeah, you might not be in the collection much longer. You know what I can do with 18? You know how many different ways I can flip 18? Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Now, do we have this on the PS4? What do we have Monster Hunter related? Oh, yeah, we have Monster Hunter World on the PS4. This might get sold too. What's this going for? 22, 21 with a sell a day. Now, Monster Hunter World is something that I've been wanting to play. $9. Jesus. Moving on. Here's one that we picked up and paid retail for. Metroid Prime Remastered. This was almost like a shadow drop. This came out with no information. Heard it at release, ran to Walmart, local, and they had it. We lucked out. Yeah, we didn't play this on the GameCube because I was not a GameCube guy. When the GameCube was out, I was on PlayStation, I was on Xbox. I didn't mess with the GameCube. So when I picked this up, this was my first time playing it. Was on the Switch, and I enjoyed it. Played for a long time. I didn't complete it, but I definitely put in some work on Metroid. My first Metroid game playing actually was on the original Game Boy. I had Metroid on the Game Boy. Ran through a lot of batteries playing that. Also had Mortal Kombat on the Game Boy and Terminator 2. Yo, I got some good games on Game Boy. Metro Redux. Another one of those games with multiple games on it. Metro 2033. Metro Last Light. Dang, I had all the intention in the world to play this game when I was traveling, and then I started picking up other games and it just got completely forgotten about. I just didn't even remember it was up here until another good reason why I'm doing this. The Switch tends to give away games. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna hold you. They have a lot of games that have collections. Granted, maybe they're older games, but it still feels good to get a lot for a little bit. Mega Man Legacy Collection and Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. 10 games on this thing here. We also have Mega Man 11. It's just one measly ass game. Oh, so here's what just clicked for me. We literally have Mega Man 1 through 10 on here and Mega Man 11. So we can play the whole Mega Man saga. Who has time for that? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Team up with your homies Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain Marvel. They're all here. This is one I played when I was traveling a little bit, and I enjoyed it. It took me back to like the Xbox 360 and playing Ultimate Alliance on there. I need chapstick. Chapstick. Here's a Ford Maverick. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020. Compete in the world's greatest sports party. Team up with your favorite characters and go for gold in action-packed events in 2 different eras. You can go 3D or 2D with 30 events to master, with new Olympic sports including sport climbing, surfing, skateboarding. There's dream events, story mode, and mini games. Another party game. Go figure, there'll be party games on the Switch. I have a bunch of them and I didn't even recognize it. We'll have to try this one out. Again, get away from just playing Mario Party or Mario Kart, but it's hard to not just play those games. Here we have a couple of Lego titles. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 and Lego DC Supervillains. So we have the heroes of Marvel versus the villains of DC. Why has no one made that cartoon yet? There's somebody who works for both of these companies, right? Make them fight. Go get your dog, I get my dog, let's let them fight. The Last Kids on Earth and the Staff of Doom. We talked about the developers, or whoever this is. They might not even be the developers. Whoever OG Games, Outright Games. This is another one that I tend to avoid. They don't work out well for me. This game, however, I picked up in a yard sale with a stack of the same title. It might have been like 10 of these. And of the 10, we sold 9 and we kept this one just to have as a part of the collection. As time goes on, I might not hold on to this. There's no real sentimental value or anything like that. So again, this is another game added to the list. What are we up to? Street. What is that? What the hell is the name of that? Okay, Street Outlaws, Risen, this one, and there was something else. Oh yeah, Remothered. Those games. Yeah, man, we want to swap them out. Let's take a look at it. All right. Now here's one that's not going anywhere. Hollow Knight. I gotta put this game back in and finish this game. I've stepped away from this game for too long. But man, it's a really fun Metrovania. Beautiful artwork. I'm enjoying the story behind it. It's quiet. It's challenging as hell. There it is. There's the memory. That's why I stepped away from it. I just kept getting stuck. I'll go back to it at some point. But yeah, if you haven't played Hollow Knight, play this one. This is another one that I didn't pick up to complete. I just picked it up to have it as a part of the collection because I had heard such great things about it, and all of those things were on point. This is a good one. Here we have Gone Home, a game by Fulbright. And it just looks very interesting, and I really want to play it. But there's a slight dilemma. This game new goes for about 87 bucks. So do I want to open this and play it, or do I want to sell it and then just buy the digital? So I'm stuck in purgatory with it. I'm gonna just put this back unopened. If I open it, I'll show you. But I don't know, man. You know, I might just leave it like this for a little while because I can't decide. Another game mill. They be cranking these things out, don't they? G.I. Joe, Operation Blackout. Now, some good looking stuff on this box here, but I'm not gonna touch this. This is another one that I gotta add to the list. My Switch collection is just fading because I want games that I'm actually gonna play. I'm not gonna play Gigantosaurus the game. Another OG, bro. What is up? This had to have been a pawn shop pickup. What can I get for this? Oh, not bad. I can get like 14 bucks. I'm never gonna play this game. Gigantosaurus. I'm never gonna play this game. That's another one. This one I do intend to play. Four Tales, a card-based narrative journey. We picked this one up from GameStop, and I really love the way the artwork looked on here. It was something I never heard of, and I'm sure it was part of another 2-for-1 sort of thing. Wait, what? Buy two, get one is what I meant to say. Excuse me, that off-camera bit, that took me out of it a little bit, so you guys stick with me. Deal your own adventure. Decide the fate of the world in this ingenious story-driven card game. Four Tales offers a unique take on the adventure genre with a multitude of play styles and story paths through which you can save the world or bring about its end. I gotta try this one out. We're gonna have to play this at some point. Another party game that I have not played. I gotta play Family Feud. Yeah, gotta play Family Feud. Steve Harvey isn't on here though. That's criminal. Could have threw Steve Harvey $5. He would have did. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Nintendo will never run out of games to remake. Do we still have this on the Wii U? I don't want to go through that again, but I think we have this on the Wii U as well. Destiny Connect Time Travelers Edition. Nope. Destiny Connect Time Capsule Edition. How did I end up with this? Oh yeah. So the same thing I said about developers when I talk about OG games and Game Mill. NIS. I'm looking out for them a lot. When I see NIS, I'm trying to pick those up. I tend to enjoy them. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the art style. Deadly Premonition 2. Yeah, we definitely gotta play this one. Looks like some sort of crime, mystery, solve it sort of thing. I don't know if it goes into, I'm looking at the cover art and I'm sure it takes some sort of horror turn or scary turn, but I don't know. I'm still gonna try it out. Here's Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition. Includes all DLC content. There was no download code or anything when I picked this up from GameStop, so my hope is that everything is just included on the actual game itself. On the very first video where we went out hunting exclusively for games that were on the list, we ended up with these two games that we got at a really good price. We got them brand new from Walmart, and I do believe we got maybe $5 knocked off of each, maybe 10. But Cuphead, and there's something rattling around in there, it shall remain in there, and Cult of the Lamb. There are a few sealed games as part of the collection still. I'm gonna open them at some point. These, for sure. I've been very interested in playing Cult of the Lamb, but I've been getting, every time I get a game that I'm interested in, I get another game that takes its place, and unfortunately, that's what happened with this one. Been talking a lot about these lately. Coffee Talk and Coffee Talk Episode 2, Bee Simulator. Found this one at the pawn shop a long time ago, in fact. I brought it home and I just asked everybody, hey, do you think you play this? And everyone just said yes. So I kept it. And this was before I was really focused on collecting for the Switch. I was usually getting the Switch game to flip to try to get a new PS5 game or something to that extent, but this one I held on to. And I haven't played it yet. But again, going through this collection reminded me that we have Bee Simulator. Save your hive, play with your friends or with your family. 2-player local multiplayer. Oh, split screen. Classic. I haven't seen a split screen 2-player in a very long time. And I'm lying because I see it all the time on Mario Party. Enchiridion? Yeah, Adventure Time. Pirates of Enchiridion. Oh man, guess who made this joint? Outright Games. Damn, how many of those joints do we have up here? There's too many, bro. There's too many, bro. Here we have Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy. Experience Apollo Justice's journey across 3 games. Ace Attorney Trilogy, Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. All 3 of those included on this cartridge. This one's sealed too. But I want this to be the next game I play. I think I'm gonna step away from Bravely Default for a minute and I'm gonna play this. Yeah. I need something to open this with. Oh wait. Yeah, this is gonna be this is the next game. Let's open this up. Damn, that's a lot. Okay. I guess you don't need a manual if it's all on the insert. It looks like every button command, yeah, it's all in there. In the finest of print. Oh, okay. You can check out the web manual by scanning that QR code. Very nice. Cut down on waste. I can dig it. I'm with that, Apollo Justice. Shout out to Capcom. Yeah, we open this because this is going to be the next game that we play. And I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go ahead and get this into the Switch. See, does it need an update? Oh, doesn't need an update. Yes, sir. We right into it. I forgot a whole game. When I take this out of my pocket, I want to tell you, I don't even know how it ended up in my pocket. That off camera. Woo! Listen, I don't know how this got in my pocket. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I can't even talk. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. You see that there? We got this at the pawn shop for $5. There, I go to the same pawn shops all the time, so I go to this one pawn shop often. She was trying to just give me this game. She's like, "Yo, we got a game here." Oh, cool. She's like, "Nah, just one of those joints." Yo, I might be telling too much. I ended up paying $5 for it. So, fast as shit, man. And yeah, a very valuable game. I didn't know it until I got into the car and I took a look at it on price charting, like I'm gonna do right now. About $80 for this game. I got this game for $5. If you don't know, it includes Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. I played it for about 5 minutes, and I probably won't play it again anytime soon. It feels like an old game. And I have enough new Mario games where I'm not worried about playing this one. But it is nice to have this as a part of the collection and be able to put this on the shelf. That's going to do it for this week. Thank you for taking the time out to watch. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and turn on the bell for notifications. That's the only way to be notified when these new videos drop. Otherwise, I won't get my views up and I can't monetize. Hey, turn up. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you're currently playing. Also, let me know if any of these Switch games are something I need to add to the top of my playlist. Until next time, go.